Have you ever wondered what happens when ordinary kids find extraordinary power? What if you could save the world with just a watch? Surprised? We'll explore the incredible journey of Ben 10, Gwen, and Kevin, but the real question is, can they handle the heat when the universe is at stake? In the first season, Ben, now 15, teams up with his cousin Gwen and former plumber Magister Labrin to discover increased alien activity on Earth. Ben's Omnitrix recalibrates, giving him new strange transformations as they face opponents like Kevin Levin and the Forever Knights. Ben finds a message from his missing grandpa Max, which alerts him to a revival of alien activities on Earth. Ben decides to restart the Omnitrix for the investigation, along with his cousin Gwen, a plumber named Magister Labrin, and Max. During their investigation, they unintentionally disrupt an illegal trade between the Forever Knights and a group of aliens. This disruption forces the Omnitrix to recalibrate, giving Ben 10 access to new incredible alien forms. They then confront Kevin Levin and manage to defeat him. After that, Kevin agrees to help them track the escaped Forever Knights. The trio next travels to a castle of the Forever Knights, where they encounter a robotic dragon. There was an epic fight between Team Ben and the robotic dragon. They defeat the robotic dragon and the Forever Knights, but suffer a heavy loss as Labrin is critically injured and dies. Kevin continues to help Ben and Gwen, taking Labrin's plumber's badge. They discover a massive spaceship hidden away in a vast underground facility together. They assume that Max has visited this mysterious place. They also come across a powerful hybrid being. The situation worsens even more when the spaceship is launched to destroy the surrounding area. Ben manages to damage the spacecraft just in time, stopping it from destroying a neighboring hospital. The spaceship crashes in the cruel desert, averting a major disaster. With Kevin now on their side, Ben and Gwen are determined to discover what happened to Max. Following a plumber's badge signal, the trio heads to Grover's Mill. There, they apprehend a pyrite named Helen Albright, who happens to be a half-human son of a Pyrone plumber. Ben and Helen investigate the mysterious crop circles created by DN aliens and manage to destroy a massive weather-altering machine. Following their success, Alan is recruited by the local sheriff to help search for more aliens in the area. The spotlight shifts to Kevin's former friend, Argette, who unexpectedly betrays Kevin by stealing Max's RV. The group springs to recover the stolen RV, leading to a tense showdown. Along the way, Kevin faces off against a formidable adversary named Vulcanus, who's after a valuable piece of alien technology. Vulcanus pushes Kevin to the limit and makes him absorb a rare alien crystal called Tatanite. However, with Ben and Gwen's combined efforts, they defeat Vulcanus and thwart his sinister plans, ensuring that the alien technology remains out of the wrong hands. Ben and his friends stumble upon a magical charm with wish-granting abilities. Initially, they use it purely for amusement, but quickly discover that their wishes bring unexpected and sometimes troublesome results. As they grapple with the challenges arising from their desires, they learn the importance of being mindful of their actions and understanding the weight of responsibility. Ultimately, they consciously choose to use the charm more thoughtfully, focusing on aiding others rather than pursuing selfish desires. We see that young Ben has started to develop feelings of affection. Encouraged by Gwen, Ben gathers the courage to ask his crush, Julie Yamamoto, out on a date. However, their plans suddenly turn when an alien spaceship crash lands, releasing a small symbiotic alien that targets Ben and kidnaps Julie. This strange pulls Ben to the spacecraft, which is on the edge of exploding, creating a tense situation. The next part takes a closer look at the case of Grandpa Max's disappearance. Ben, Gwen, and Kevin discover a hidden message that hints at Max's whereabouts. They take on a thrilling adventure to follow the clues, leading them to a remote and dangerous place. Along the way, they encounter unexpected difficulties and allies, gradually decoding the puzzle of Max's disappearance. Ben, Gwen, and Kevin missed Grandpa at his favorite fishing spot by the lake. Suddenly, an old woman appeared and placed a flower under the tree. The trio ran towards her, but she mysteriously disappeared. Surprised, they found Max plus Verdona inscribed on that tree. Gwen uses her magical powers to know about that old woman, but she fails. At night, when Ben and Kevin were waiting for that old woman while sitting in their car, she came to the tree again. They approached her curiously and asked about how she knew their grandpa Max. The old woman attacked them, and they tried to fight all their energies, but she defeated them easily. Then, Gwen came to save Ben and Kevin. The old woman was surprised by seeing the same powers in Gwen as she possessed herself. The old woman disappeared by saying, "I am Verdona, and we will meet again." After that, Verdona came to Gwen's family and told them she was an anodate, a free soul. They realized Gwen's magic is inherited alien power from their grandma. Verdona invited Gwen to accompany her to Anodyne for further training, but Gwen refused. Grandma got furious and came in her alien form and fought Ben and Kevin. Gwen told Grandma Verdona that she wanted to stay in the normal life, so Verdona went away with a promise to come back. During his college years, Cash and JT, the troublemakers, bullied Ben. Ben just finds meeting them outside a smoothie shop boring. On another day, Cash and JT find Kevin's car and slide it through the mountain. The goods in the car start falling out. Both of them took away the robot's hand from the place. After that, Cash and JT go to a factory and start fighting over that robot gauntlet. Cash snatches the glove to teach a lesson to Ben. Now Cash has started showing alien powers. Kevin came there to fight Cash and get that gauntlet back, but Cash defeated him. Cash invited Ben for a fight at the same smoothie shop. There, Cash and Ben come into their alien forms and start fighting. That machine robot controlled Cash to fight with Ben. Cash tries hard to overcome the powers of that machine, and he succeeds. 50 years ago, in 1950, a scientist in the US Army conducted an experiment on time. He starts the time machine. The portal failed and started engulfing everything, including the scientist. Time shifts into the present time. Ben, Gwen, and Kevin reach La Soledad because they are reported that something strange is happening there. They see some animal bones there, and the ground is also damaged. Something is coming very fast and passing by. They try to stop it, but it is very fast, and they run away. Ben says we have to find out what it is. After that, the three find out about the library. They discover that the experiment was named Paradox, and the three go to the portal. They hear the voice of something coming so fast towards them. Off guards, Ben turns into an alien. There is a scientist who already knows Ben. Gwen says your face is still the same after 50 years. Ben asks for his name, but he replies, 100 years have passed, so I forgot my name. Then the scientist disappears. Kevin goes to catch him, but he disappears again. That creature returns, and Gwen says that this creature speeds up time. Kevin gets old, and Ben drives Kevin's car. They run away from him. He touches the car, and the car gets into a junk. Ben somehow got rid of him. Then there's the scientist, Paradox. He takes Kevin back to the time and makes him well. Gwen asks what's the point of stopping this creature if they're only attacking a military base. Paradox takes them to the future's moon and tells them if this creature stays on Earth for a long time, Earth will seem like this moon. Ben enters the lab and says the creature is just asking for help. It was actually the assistant of Paradox. The Forever Knights have secured an alien weapon to help them kill a dragon they have held captive for centuries. They start to fight with the dragon. The dragon defeated them and escaped. After the dragon escapes, they must ask Ben for help recapturing it. The dragon, an alien mapmaker, communicates with Ben through a universal translator. Dragon tells Ben he is here to find a spaceship to return home. But Forever Knights put him in jail for thousands of years. Ben decides to release the dragon, allowing it to return to its spaceship. This act prompts Ben to question the true intentions of the Forever Knights. Dragon finds his spaceship, and in his anger, he attempts to take revenge on Forever Knights. Ben tries to console the dragon, so he stops fighting and goes away. So, now Forever Knights are redesigning their fight strategy. Two rogue plumbers, Helen and Manny, mistakenly attack Ben, Gwen, and Kevin, believing them to be dangerous aliens. The misunderstanding leads to Kevin's kidnap and sets the stage for a thrilling rescue mission. Meanwhile, equipped with unique abilities, Helen and Manny dig into a database to identify Kevin's true origins, convinced he's an alien. Ben and Gwen are thrown into the null void, but manage a daring escape with Ben's swampfire transformation. Ultimately, the episode ends with reconciliation, redemption, and a quest for justice as Helen and Manny venture into the null void to rescue those they wrongfully imprisoned, leaving a bewildered Ben and Gwen behind. Something terrible happens. Atea, an important character, gets kidnapped. The Incursions blame Earth for kidnapping Emperor Milius' daughter, Atea. Raph recruits Kevin, the Emperor's right-hand man, to help them recover Atea. Ben and his buddies embark on a massive search to find and return her safely. They learn some unexpected things along the way and track down the person who kidnapped her. Ben, Gwen, and Kevin continue to fight the alien threats in the second season. They also learn the true identity of the hybrid, leading to even more dangerous adversaries. A powerful villain named Darkstar makes a comeback. He's back and causing trouble, so Ben and his friends must face him again. Ben and co. are on another quest to uncover the truth about a mysterious new villain, Darkstar. Magister Prior, Gil Hill, the plumber's representative, forbids the team from engaging in combat against an alien race known as the Hybrid. Ben finds himself stranded on a desert planet called Turo West, accompanied by a hybrid officer named Ryan Rasik III. They are forced to work together to survive, warding off dangerous predators and seeking refuge at a routing station. Along the way, they encounter strange creatures and face unforeseen challenges that test their resilience and bond as a team. As they work together to find a way back home, they uncover surprising secrets about Turo West that could have far-reaching implications for their mission and the safety of Earth. An alien doppelganger impersonates Ben and is out to destroy him with the power of his own Omnitrix. Things take a surprising turn as Ben encounters Albedo, a former friend-turned-villain who has created his version of the Omnitrix. Albedo's Omnitrix grants him access to some of Ben's most powerful alien forms. A fierce battle ensues as Ben and Albedo clash over the control and use of these incredible abilities. In a charming twist of teenage romance, Gwen asks Kevin to be her date for the school dance. Initially clueless and overwhelmed, Kevin turns to his best friend, Ben, for guidance. However, Ben is dealing with a peculiar problem. His alien transformation, Big Chill, has an insatiable appetite for metal objects. Despite the chaos, Ben offers Kevin a helping hand, lending him one of Grandpa Max's tuxedos and providing sage advice. Ben assures Kevin that Gwen chose him for his uniqueness, ties his bow tie, shares Gwen's favorite flowers, and advises him to get her a lovely corsage. But as they approach Gwen's school, a frantic call from Julie reveals that Ben has transformed into Big Chill once more, creating havoc. Plans change as Gwen, Kevin, and Julie unite to track down and calm Big Chill, only to discover he was merely building a nest for his eggs. The tiny necrophagians hatch, and as a playful tease, Kevin dubs Ben a mother. In the end, with the dance missed, Gwen and Kevin find solace in their own intimate dance, swaying to the rhythm of their hearts, creating a beautiful moment that promises more adventures in their teenage journey. In this gripping episode, Ben's team faces a thrilling adventure as they attempt to repair Professor Paradox's broken teleporter, a task that inadvertently turns disastrous. The teleporter explodes, forcing Ben to transform into Swampfire to prevent further damage. In the wake of the mishap, Kevin suggests enlisting the help of a young prodigy, Cooper, who they've encountered before. The team embarks on a journey to Cooper's home, where they discover his lab and a troubling message revealing Cooper's capture by DNaliens. Gwen, Kevin, and Ben head to Los Soledad, only to find the town mysteriously cloaked from the outside. Inside, they stumble upon a DNalien-occupied town and must strategize their next moves. Through battles, stealth, and Cooper's resourcefulness, they uncover a colossal DNalien plan and barely escape capture. The episode ends with a decision to return and unravel the truth, unaware of the larger conspiracy, as hybrids and DNaliens lurk in the shadows. Forever Knights, led by scientist Dr. Joseph Chadwick, conspire to kidnap Ship, Julie's alien pet. They aim to utilize the dog-like ship's unique abilities to mass-produce interstellar spacecraft, with plans to launch an attack on an escaped alien dragon's homeworld. Ben, Gwen, Kevin, and Julie stage a daring rescue mission to the Forever Night stronghold. Despite Chadwick's control device, Julie's unwavering bond with the ship allows them to resist. The stronghold is obliterated, and the group gains access to a spaceship thanks to the ship's transformative abilities, thwarting the Forever Knight's sinister plot and reuniting ship with Julie. Things take an emotional turn when Ben's parents discover his ability to turn into the alien swamp fire while he's fighting a hybrid. They are worried about his safety and feel hurt because he kept this secret for 5 years. As a result, they tell him he can't use the Omnitrix anymore. Ben ventures into the null void alone and discovers that the void is Dr. Animo. Dr. Animo has taken control of the Null Guardians and enslaved the inhabitants of the Null Void. During his journey, Ben encounters his grandpa Max, who had been transported to the Null Void earlier and was leading a resistance under the alias The Wrench. With determination and courage, Ben defeats his enemies and saves the day again. Ben Tennyson and his friends stumble upon an intriguing mystery involving a character named Tyler. They begin to investigate who Tyler is and his connection to the strange occurrences happening in their town. As they dig deeper, they uncover surprising secrets and unexpected twists. Amidst a dense forest, Ben, Gwen, and Kevin are encircled by a menacing horde of DNA aliens. Quickly reacting, Ben transforms into Spider Monkey, unleashing his arachnid prowess to repel the attackers. While Gwen and Kevin struggle to hold their own, a second Spider Monkey, seemingly Ben, joins the fray, fighting with exceptional skill. A curious Kevin remarks on this newfound combat prowess, but the enigmatic Spider Monkey remains silent, perplexing the trio. He introduces himself as Simeon, not Ben, before retreating into the forest, leaving behind questions and gratitude. Back in the safety of home, Ben contemplates Simeon's identity. Meanwhile, Gwen and Kevin tinker with an acid dispenser dropped by the DNA aliens during their skirmish. A chance encounter leads Goop to Simeon at a cryogenics lab, revealing Simeon's thieving intentions. Ben chastises Simeon, setting the stage for an unlikely alliance. Simeon unveils his royal lineage as the Prince of Arachnochimps. He shares his quest to reclaim a missing crystal, symbolizing his worthiness to the throne. Despite initial skepticism, Ben convinces Gwen and Kevin to help him on a mission to the moon to secure the crystal. The team infiltrates the fortress but faces a challenge by an innocent guard, Lou, who surprises them. Simeon's hasty actions cause tension, prompting a heated confrontation with Ben. They retrieve the crystal, but Ben uncovers Simeon's deceit and, in a fiery clash, leaves the gang stranded on the moon. At the same time, the crafty Arachnochimp escapes with the real intentions of the crystal. Simeon's true identity as a con artist, the Hybrid's ominous plot, and an unexpected twist await the team as they navigate the treacherous path ahead. To alert Ben of the Hybrid fleet's arrival, Paradox and Asmuth land on Earth. To deal with the menace, Gwen and Kevin collect all the allies they have encountered. Ben learns that the Omnitrix holds the DNA of all 1,910 sentient species in the galaxy, who also unlocks the master control to enable Ben to battle the Hybrid successfully. The team aims to reach the Hybrid headship's fleet captain and halt the impending invasion. In a clash with the Hybrid commander, they find themselves surrounded by DNA aliens. Still, Grandpa Max, Pierce, Helen, Manny, and a Null Guardian come to their rescue, regaining control over the Null Void. Transforming into a spaceship, the group, including Ben, Gwen, Kevin, Asmuth, and Ship, heads to the Hybrid homeworld of Augstaka. Upon arrival, they are captured but manage to break free, confronting the Hybrid Supreme in person. Ben uses the Omnitrix to initiate genetic recombination, attaching Omnitrix alien DNA to every Hybrid, forcing a change in the Hybrid Supreme's perspective. The war is called off with Reinrasik III taking the lead as the new Hybrid Supreme. The team's victory comes at the cost of Ben's master control being deactivated, leaving him to embrace the challenge of reactivating it and exploring new alien abilities. In the third season, Ben faces his ultimate challenge as he confronts the powerful and ancient alien, the High King, and his forces. Now, things start to heat up. Vilgax, a super formidable enemy of Ben, challenges him to see who's stronger. They have a big fight to prove themselves. It's a big test for Ben's bravery and abilities as he steps up to take on Vilgax's challenge in an epic battle. Ben almost loses to Vilgax, but Gwen and Kevin show up with Way Big, whom Ben then absorbs back into the Omnitrix. Ben, however, unintentionally transforms into a chromastone and is destroyed by Vilgax. However, the Omnitrix takes the fragments of the broken chromastone back into itself, reshaping Ben into Diamond Head. Vilgax is easily defeated by Ben thanks to his expertise and knowledge of Diamond Head, and he leaves the planet in defeat. Ben and Kevin try to thwart Rep Omen, sent to return the ship to his maker, Bazal, and appeal to a judge to rescind his ruling. Ship and Julie merge to form a protective battlesuit. Vilgax, one of Ben's enemies, and Ghost Freak, one of Ben's alien forms, team up to cause trouble. This alliance creates a big challenge for Ben as he has to deal with them working together. Kevin teams up with Darkstar to retrieve an artifact called Dominus Librium that could cure both of them. After getting healed, he meets Ben and Gwen, who are surprised to see him fixed. Gwen gets suspicious when she learns about Darkstar's deal and arrives at his warehouse. Darkstar begins to absorb Gwen's powers, but Kevin steps in front of the Dominus Librium and grabs it to send all of the energy back, thus restoring Gwen's powers and turning Kevin and Darkstar back to their mutating forms. As Darkstar runs away with the destroyed Dominus Librium, Gwen, Kevin, and Ben leave to drink at Mr. Smoothie. Ben has to escort an alien prince to the far side of the galaxy. Still, Argit, the Vreedle brothers, and an incursion battleship all have other plans for the child. Ben, Gwen, and Kevin get transported by the Omnitrix to a strange new planet, where they encounter Vilgax and Azimuth, who reveal the true purpose of the Omnitrix and that of the whole planet. A sick Ben is happy to see an old friend, Tetrax, but is caught off guard when Tetrax demands that Ben give him Chromastone. Tetrax attacks Ben, demanding that Chromastone be handed over. Kevin goes on a crusade to find an escaped alien named Ragnarok to avenge his father, Devin Levin's death. Ben and Gwen learn about Kevin's past from Max, Devin's partner in the Plumbers, where they also accompany Kevin. The trio learns about Ragnarok's plan of destroying the world by draining the sun's rays. Leaving Ben and Gwen, Kevin manages to foil Ragnarok's plan and finishes him, thus avenging his father's death. Albedo Ben has stolen the Ultimatrix from Azimuth and has used it to kidnap Gwen and Kevin. Ben rescues his friends when he quickly discovers that Albedo Ben has been working with Vilgax. Max rescues Ben, Gwen, and Kevin from Vilgax and Albedo, and the trio flees the scene. Vilgax betrays Albedo and keeps the Omnitrix for himself, revealing that his Bioid army is synchronized to the Omnitrix and can transform into aliens on demand. To demonstrate, Vilgax transforms his army into a swarm of humongosaurs who attack and subdue Albedo. Watching this unfold from Max's cameras, Ben is ashamed of himself for giving Vilgax the Omnitrix and rushes into the woods. Azimuth appears before a dejected Ben, initially chastising him for his foolish decisions, but then hinting at a means of defeating Vilgax. Ben and the team teleport to Vilgax's ship, where Ben instructs the Omnitrix to self-destruct, crippling Vilgax's Bioid army and reverting Kevin to normal, but destroying the Omnitrix. As the team confronts Vilgax, Ben turns on the Ultimatrix's self-destruct, forcing Albedo to give him the Ultimatrix to turn it off. Ben, now armed with the Ultimatrix, battles Vilgax. Vilgax destroys his ship's console, setting it on a collision course with Bellwood, but Gwen and Max can steer the ship into the ocean. Vilgax transforms into a monstrous, giant squid-like form and drags Ben underwater as the others escape. Still, Ben emerges at the last minute before the ship explodes. Ben declares that if Vilgax ever returns, they will defeat him together. So, there you have it. A quick journey through the fascinating universe of Ben 10 Alien Force. We've witnessed Ben's evolution and discovered mysteries. But remember, this is just the start of the adventure. Before we cover up, ensure you're subscribed to our channel and have that notification bell turned on. Our upcoming videos dive deeper into the following seasons and find more of Ben's extraordinary transformations. Share your opinions and favorite moments in the comments section below.